All right.
All right.
So, we got this girl on Twitch on the Twitch Safety Council. People are saying that she's pretty weird. I'm joined today with my boy. Um,
What's up?
we're gonna be you know just ranting and discussing about this new Twitch policy and the new people behind the new moderation team or whatever it's called.
Well, it's not really a moderation team. It's more so they're representatives of Twitch and the Twitch community. They're basically like that in between people. They communicate with Twitch, but they also communicate with the community. It's just supposed to be a way for Twitch and the community to be able to communicate better, and the community being able to feel like that their voices are actually being heard. Because lately, yeah, Twitch hasn't really been on the good side of the community, especially with its moderation team.
Especially, yeah.
So yes, especially with that.
So
So they got a council together of people who already. By the way, these people were already streamers. They were already big streamers before all this ever started.
mm-hmm.
It's just that they just picked and chose. They said, okay, who wants to be part of it? And they pick and chose out of the people who want to be a part of it, and that's who's currently on the list.
Yeah. Uh, I think to start this off, I just want to say that I am not endorsing um, harassment of this person. I'm just
Oh
pointing
hell no.
out that that what they say and what they are doing is pretty weird and pretty wrong. Um, so I want to begin this by saying that the problem is not that they're trans or whatever, right? Like they're not
Nope.
like that's not the problem. The problem is that she seems to think that every single gamer is like a white supremacist, or at least most of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
And
from
sorry,
personal
go ahead.
experience of mine, that's not really the case. I've been in a few games with actual with like transgender women and men and like basically everyone, and there have never been like any full on toxicity. Like there's been jokes, yeah, but like not full on toxicity.
And that's the thing I want to point out. If since we're talking about voice chats, which is one of the biggest controversies regarding her, is mostly her opinion of her wanting to. Of well, I'm sorry. She wants. She says that voice chat shouldn't be a thing in games, and it's because it's your voice. People make fun of your voice. If you're a girl, they attack you. If you sound weird or something, people attack you. Now, I can't really confirm the women part, but I do know that there's plenty of women out there that do claim that, and I can see that. Even women who think that a lot of these complaints that a lot of people make, especially like, oh, white supremacists and Nazis, like they're not even a part of any of that shit. They could actually be against those people. They're not have nothing to associate with those groups, and they'll still say, "Yeah, I'm a woman," and when I get into like a voice chat in a game, I get attacked. And so I can actually see that. I haven't seen that myself, but to the same token, though, I've never really gone into random lobbies and too many random lobbies and have seen women at least with their mics on. To be honest, though, I've noticed that there's actually more of a surplus of women who actually have their mics turned off, and I learned that they're a woman now while playing with them, and so that might be a reason why, because they don't really have a good experience with it beforehand, with them showing their voices. Now, people who sound weird, I can actually back that up. I've had a couple of times, not with people attacking, but at least what's the best way I can say of, because they're not really joking, but they're more so pointing out constantly about how the person sounds weird. And so I can see how that person might take offense to that or even might feel bad about it. So I really feel like this girl I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting her name, so I'm just gonna call her Dear Lady. Um, she isn't wrong about the issues regarding voice chat, in my opinion. By the same token, though, I kind of feel like that that getting rid of voice chat altogether isn't really the best idea. But that's her opinion, and I kind of feel like it's stupid that people are attacking her for that opinion. I mean, I've seen worse hot takes out there regarding gaming and shit. That isn't the worst of them.
I think the worst gaming take that I think I've ever seen was, oh my god, this was the worst. Like and this is like generalizing in a nutshell. Like this one was like all gamers turn violent eventually. They just snap and shoot up their schools or whatever. And it's like,
Oh
oh
my
my
god,
god.
yes, yeah, I've seen that one. I've heard that one and seen that one plenty of fucking times.
And I hate that one too because it's generalizing a group of people, and it's only because we play video games. Here's the thing, people. All right, if you're not a gamer, listen up, okay? We only play video games to escape the harsh reality that is life. Sometimes life is just a piece of garbage that doesn't treat us right. And you know what? I understand it. Life didn't treat me well either. That's why I play video games, because it's my only escape in this world, dude. Like, I understand it. Now, of course, I do take breaks. Like, sometimes I'll take a break by animating a video or something, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if I'm stressed, and if I'm, like, tired of the day, like let's say I have, like, a really crappy day at school, I'm instantly gonna get on my Xbox. You know what I mean?
And that actually leads into I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but we're kind of starting to get off topic. But that does actually still connect to this, because that's another thing too. A lot of people get a bit ornery and go to video games, especially the voice chat too. Let's be honest, and do end up might feel like they need to express their anger and frustration, so they will literally look for anyone to do so. I've literally been in lobbies with people. There could be literally nobody in there, or that is like feminine or sound weird or anything, and there would be people in there just attacking everyone at random just because they're probably frustrated with the day. And that's another thing too. And I've even seen many people point this out. I don't remember if if the DeerGirl commented on it or not, but this is something that a lot of people tend to forget exists. It's called what's it called? Oh wait, I know. A mute and block. If you block somebody in a video game, you are more than likely never going to be in a lobby with them ever again after that match. That's unless their system is kind of fucked up. You should never ever be in a lobby with them ever again, because that's just how the game is programmed. It separates you from that person. And if you don't want to hear their voice anymore, but okay with being in lobbies with them, well, that's where the mute comes in.
Of course.
And yeah, I actually do remember. I didn't find a clip. I actually forgot to look for that one, but she did at least comment on that, because I remember now. She said, I don't want to have to constantly go through the bother of muting and deafening people. Muting and blocking people. And that's another thing, too. If you don't want to go to the bother of constantly doing that, there is an option in every video game with voice chat to actually turn off voice chat if you don't want the bother constantly doing that. Which I understand. You're probably thinking, well, then I won't be able to actually interact with people anymore. Well, that's sadly the sacrifice. I constantly have to block or mute people when I'm playing a video game, because they're either constantly repeating the N-word, or they're just screaming into their mic for no reason, and just it goes on and on.
Yeah.
And it's even worse in like games like Elder Scrolls Online, for instance. There's literally, if you go to Riften in that game, you literally will see people. It's like the hood of the Elder Scrolls. You go there, and you're going to see people literally calling each other the C word, the N word, every word in the book. Then if you go to another area, which is in the Aldmeri Dominions, I keep on forgetting the name of the island, but it's part of the Aldmeri Dominions faction. it's all peaceful, and you actually can have a good conversation there. You might have one or two toxic people.
Yeah.
You just gotta. Sometimes you just gotta find the right crowd, and sometimes some games have the wrong crowd. Sometimes games are so big that they have a mix of everyone. Sometimes they're really small, so there's only one little group. So you just gotta find your sweet spots, and that's just the truth of it.
Yeah.
And so, moving on now, since I kind of feel like we need to move on now with this. Let's talk about her controversies. Well, let's actually talk about another one that I think is kind of stupid, and it's mostly the fact of her being a deer girl, not deer trans girl.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this argument on Twitter a couple of times about her being a deer girl, but she wears antlers. Well, first of all, I don't feel like that's a good enough argument. I kind of feel like people are just trying to nick at that point, and it's just fine. It just makes me laugh because it's like, okay, yeah, she's wearing deer antlers, but that's just full persona, you know. A lot of people have their personas. They might be a bit weird and actually like to go too realistic with it. Like, I could actually find a clip after we're done here. She talks about how she wants to, but not how much she wants to. Every now and then, when she's taking a break from everything, she'll go outside and pretend to be a deer. Like, she'll prance around and even try to eat the grass. Like,
I don't.
it's weird.
Do you think?
But yeah,
I'm actually gonna look this up. Does grass have? Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
grass has no nutritional value to humans at all. In fact, dogs. The only reason why dogs eat it in the first place, for instance, is because it actually makes them vomit because their body cannot handle it. Cows and horses, their bodies, it does provide nutritional value to.
Oh.
Humans and dogs, it does not digest at all, and so it either ends up just going straight through or we puke it up.
Yeah. Like, I was about to say, I don't think grass is a very healthy snack for you.
No, it is not.
Like, okay, to address a lot of the points that she has made, I just want to say that if you have experienced a gamer who was a white supremacist, I just want to say that that's not the majority. Okay, that is not the majority. No. That's probably like a 2% chance of finding one. And
yeah, especially
then,
in this day and age,
freaking small.
Yeah, especially in this day and age. Whether it's here on Discord or on even Fortnite, one of the more toxic game platforms with a mixed, diverse group. I've rarely ran into people who are obviously white supremacists. Like, I've talked to people who literally talk about like trans and shit and black people and shit, and I don't mean they talk about all that situation in like a normal sense. They don't talk smack about them, and they don't really talk shit. And if they are a white supremacist, they're really good at hiding it. So the thing is where she's getting her white supremacy from, and I'm going to be honest here. With a lot of what I've seen her talk about so far, she comes off as one of those feminists who think that all white men are white supremacists.
Yeah.
Now, she may try to defend that, and she even tries to defend herself because I sent a tweet to you earlier about her saying that she isn't a white... She didn't say that all were... Here, actually, I'll quote it right now. I have never and will never say most gamers are white supremacists. White men have the most privilege when it comes to voice chat communication. That is a lie. I've literally talked to fucking millions, well, okay, not millions, but thousands, if not just as much black men as white men in voice chat. Now, females, on the other hand, I will say I haven't really talked to too much, and like I already addressed why I feel that way.
Yeah.
And she continues to say this statement is riled more than a few white supremacists. Remember, having privilege does not invalidate your hardships. See, that's what I'm saying. She comes off as one of those white supremacist females.
Yeah.
And then here's the funny thing too. I want to point out she tries to present herself as presenting the minority and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She literally in a tweet 2 days before says, "Oh yeah, whole lot of people with cis white male voices thinking voice chat is critical to competitive games being competitive. Tell me more about how we'll solve systematic misogyny and everything will be fine, lol." Cis white male. If you're not aware what a cis is, first of all, those are men who don't really transition, but they take like the hormone pills and they try to be very bottom and feminine and shit, but they still want to be a man, but they don't want to change anything, but they want to be as female as possible. It's like that middle ground. They want to stay in that middle ground.
Yeah.
And so that's what a cis is. And I noticed this with a lot of the trans community. They don't like these people, including this chick. She doesn't like cis people. And yet she talks about how she's for representing the minorities of the Twitch community and shit. Well, sweetheart, guess who's part of the minority? Cis people. And guess who you're attacking? Cis people. They are no different than any other people. Same thing with white men or anything like that. Just because you're a majority, just because you're a minority, this is going on in general now with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just because you're a minority or a majority doesn't mean that you're immune or anything like that to racist quotes, sexist quotes, homophobic quotes, transphobic quotes, anything like that. You're not immune to any of that shit, and that's the thing that's going on with her too. Mm-hmm. She thinks she's immune to all of this, but that's why she's saying white supremacist and shit. She's saying all this other shit, a bunch of crap that would actually get her banned on Twitch according to TOS, because she's targeting a group of people. She's calling gamers white supremacists off no merits. She's not trying to make an argument. She's just blatantly calling them that. And because she's on the Twitch staff team, she's not going to get attacked. And you even can see that with her dancing once about how she's part of the Twitch staff.
Yeah,
about her.
Actually, real quick, I'm going to play the audio of that clip if I can find it here real quick. Which one is it?
It's the very bottom one, but then there's also another one where she's talking about how she's endorsed by Twitch,
yeah,
so she's immune.
I'm going to play the audio of that real quick. Just give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here.
Eat 'em whole. Da 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 da. We're gonna eat you. Yeah, we're gonna ban you from my stream. Then you're never gonna come back unless you spend more time making a second account, but we'll ban that too. You better watch out, because I'm pretty cool, and you can't get rid of me. Twitch is endorsing me, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm just gonna dance to your sad tears. I'm just gonna drink your tears. Num 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 bum 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 bum. You better watch out. You better watch out.
Yeah, as you hear there, she is just flaunting this power so willingly, and it's so it's annoying, to say the least.
Yeah, and it's just that's the biggest thing that a lot of people have against her, but her and a lot of people who are defending her are ignoring, is that she's flaunting it. She's trying. And that's the thing that too that a lot of people need to realize. The reason why she's flaunting it so much is because she wants people to come after her. So then she can play her victim card. And she actually already is playing the victim card, which actually the second to last video I sent you is her saying, "Oh, thank you for everyone being there for me, including you trolls." So, and she's trying to get people to endorse her, and she knows she can say whatever she wants since she's part of the staff team. Because when she's part
Yeah.
of the staff team, she can't get banned, and so she's doing literally everything to get herself out there more. In fact, I didn't even hear about this chick until she started talking about this shit. In fact,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about anything regarding the staff met the representatives until this chick started the stuff about this chick started coming up.
Yeah.
And then you got her girlfriend, which I actually sent you a picture of, but there's more to the conversation, but I didn't find it. Her girlfriend's Twitter is like Lizen La Vida. It's privated now, so you can't really see it unless you're following her. She talks about someone made a comment regarding something she did. Like, all right, this person named Kitsu Furfag. Yeah, that's a great name. Also said, nah, just bored. Also, I take offense to you saying people like me aren't marginalized enough to have an opinion on this, even though I'm dyslexic, just because I don't agree with you. And then she responds with, take your dyslexic ass the fuck out of my mouth. And now this isn't the same girl, but this is actually her girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trans or anything, but they're her girlfriend. And I didn't find the rest of the conversation just yet, but I remember seeing a couple of days ago where somebody mentioned like, wow, I can't believe you're actually calling him out just because he's dyslexic. That is actually very offensive of you, which is true.
Yeah.
And then they tried to defend themselves by saying, no, I wasn't making fun of their dyslexia or some shit like that. And then later on, a couple of days later, and I wish I could find this tweet, but they have their account privated, so it's harder to find it. But they ended up saying about how they're sorry for calling the person dyslexic because they must have been like brigaded with shit.
Yeah.
They said I'm sorry for calling him dyslexic and yada yada yada, and then basically turned that around. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember word for word, but she basically said sorry, not sorry, basically, and it just kind of just clicks there. And the funny thing is, this chick actually is part of Twitch's what was it again? She's part of their
Safety council.
no, not their safety council. It's like no, she's actually an ambassador of Twitch.
Oh.
And so she's an ambassador before the safety council ever came in.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing I want to mention too, that a lot of people now this is going to theory territory, but more than likely the only reason why this DeerGirl got this position was because her girlfriend was an ambassador. So I'm just pointing that out there. It doesn't mean it's true, but I just want to point that out there because it might end up coming around as a thing, so people know that ahead of time.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think there's one thing that could definitely here's the thing. I usually don't do this type of stuff, but the only way that we're going to be able to somehow people want her off the safety council because of what she's done, and I for one don't really want that, because here's the thing. She isn't inherently doing something wrong. I think the only way that she'll be punished for what she's been doing is if she were to say a racial slur or something, you know what I mean?
Well, okay, yeah, you can't be defended by that. Nah.
To be honest, it happens to everyone. The moment you say the N-word and you're white, it's just over. People joke about it all the time, like you lost the argument, just say the N-word, end your career. You know, it's funny,
Mm-hmm.
but in this situation, it's lady, you gotta chill out. If you're really that amazing and Twitch actually doesn't care, try saying the N-word and see if you get away with it.
Oh, yeah, you actually got a good point there. Because at that point, they can't defend you for shit. And here's the truth. That this might actually hurt a lot of people's little feelings, but a lot of what she said, because I was getting into this earlier, she would have already been kicked off of the safety team because she's supposed to represent the safe and secure side of Twitch, where people can go to actually feel like, oh, I'm included, where everyone feels included. And she's not really providing that kind of environment when she's outright from the beginning, you're all white supremacists and shit. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
And, my brain ran into a roadblock. Fuck me. No, I remember now. Yeah, Jerry, get the fucking roadblock out. But no, I made a tweet about this actually earlier about how sooner or later, because of if this keeps getting worse, because sounds like it keeps getting worse, and she's flaunting her power more and more and more. Even her LGBTQ status isn't going to be able to save her.
Oh yeah,
because that's the thing too. Is because a lot of people in these kind of situations, the only reason why and that's probably the only reason why she's still in here, either because her girlfriend's the ambassador or because she's LGBTQ. And so, and that's more than likely what's keeping her, well, allowing her to stay, even though she's saying and doing shit that is kind of, against what Twitch was even going for with this shit.
Yeah. But, like, just to say this one more time, and I'm actually directing it to her if she ever finds this video. If you are so high and mighty on the Twitch staff, I absolutely dare you to say the N-word. And if you get away with it, I will give you $50 if you get away with it. I will give you $50. I'm not even joking. If you say the N-word and somehow get away with it, I will give you $50 on Steam.
I don't think $50 is shit for her. She's more of the bigger streamer. She probably makes like
I don't care
$1,000 a day.
Hey, $50 is $50. If she wants to risk it all for 50, hey, I can increase it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give it to her over time. You know what I mean? Like $10 here, $10 another day. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But like, in all, if you are so powerful, and I think her Twitch name is Otherkin. I think Otherkin. I'm talking to you, okay? Real quick, as a gay boy.
And you know why?
From a gay boyo to you, a transgender girl. If you are so powerful in the Twitch community and in Twitch staff in general, say the N-word and see if you can get away with it. Like, it'd be the greatest thing freaking ever. Like, imagine that she just drops the N-bomb during the middle of her stream and then somehow gets away with it, and I gotta pay her $10 every day for a whole month.
I mean, some of the titty streamers do get away with it because they say, "Oh, they're not saying the N-word," even though it sounds like it. But then when someone else says something that sounds close but isn't the actual N-word and it's obvious, they end up getting banned. But then when a titty streamer actually says the word, and they try to defend, "Oh no, I didn't say that. I said ligger or ligma or some shit like that." It's like, no, we know what you said.
Yeah.
And that they don't get banned.
Okay, so, but here's the thing, she isn't exactly a titty streamer.
She's definitely not a titty streamer.
And
that's another thing I want to. Sorry, go ahead. I'll comment on my thing after.
Here's the thing. The reason why I'm saying that is because. Me as a gay boy, okay? Me as someone who just doesn't have, like, any romantic feelings towards females, okay? I can tell you this right now. Any straight dude would not think that she got a chest. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. When I think of, like, a, quote, titty streamer, I think, like, the ones where they have the cleavage out, and it's like they just flaunt it in front of the camera, like a Linity or Pokimane, you know what I mean? Like those two.
Yeah.
Like the ones that will deliberately make the mistake, quote unquote, and like, and just
Amarath who goes on stream and So with no panties on, and just accidentally lays on the floor and accidentally spreads her legs open for the entire Twitch chat to see it, and only gets like a day ban because of it.
It's like that song, I got no panties on, I got no panties on, I got no panties on.
I sadly don't know that song.
Hey,
But speaking, since we're talking about this shit, sexual shit, I want to mention this because I remember this. This is one of the more weirder things. Okay, so
this is the deergasm.
The deergasm, yes. That people are acting like that, like she's actually orgasming. I've actually seen people react that way to head scratches. It's not really orgasming. They're just like trying to act like their dog enjoying like head scratches or some shit.
Yeah.
And for some reason they always make weird noises. I don't know why. They always add little noises into it. They're not really orgasming. They're just making weird noises. I just want to defend her on that because I kind of felt like that was being called out.
Well, yeah,
way
that's
too
the
much
one thing I
in the
agree
wrong
with.
term.
Like, it's not. I don't think it was an actual full-on orgasm. I think it was just more of like, oh, the head scratches are so nice. Ah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, like I make weird noises all the time. Like, y'all ever hear like my freaking screams in the videos sometimes? Like my open fortress, I screamed a lot during the recording. I was like, oh, frick.
But are you getting head scratches?
Oh, I wish I was though. Oh, yeah. But
oh
seriously,
God! Don't you start foxgasming?
I just go on stream on Twitch and just someone and like my freaking like someone gives you a head pat and is like.
Oh no, that's fucking VR. Actually, that's pretty much VR chat in a nutshell.
That's VR chat in a freaking nutshell too. Yeah,
you
right.
fucking go up to a lot of people. They actually will start going when you give them fucking head pats. Yeah, they fucking do that shit. So I think
that just proves
normal.
the point where it's like it's not orgasm. It's just enjoying the head scratchies.
They're just making cute little noises because, well, they want to make cute little noises, even if it is a kind of weird.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, dude, it's so freaking hilarious. But when I saw this other clip, actually. I'm gonna.
What was that?
It's the one where it's like, frick, hold on. It's the one where they're talking about how. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play the audio real quick.
All right, go ahead. Then you can tell me which one.
And I'm not going anywhere. I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, there are some people that should be afraid of me because I represent moderation and diversity, and I'm gonna come for hurtful, harmful people. If you're a really shitty person, I'm gonna stand up against you. Period. And Twitch is endorsing me to do that. So.
Yeah, that one right there. The one where she's like saying, I'm going to go after all you crappy people. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know how people get away with like flaunting power like that. I don't understand it.
Especially when you're in part of the Twitch part. See, that's like I said at the beginning. What the whole point of it is to represent the Twitch community and Twitch as a. And when she's flaunting her power like that, it's not making anyone look good. It's just making everyone just not like her.
Yeah.
And that's the opposite of what they want. They want people to like her. They want people to trust her so they can actually feel like, oh, I can talk to her about what I feel is a problem on. But all she's doing is trying to bring in all the haters and
by the way,
and then
talking
about am I still out?
Yeah, you're going robot-y. Well, okay. I think we're gonna leave it there for now. We'll go on another time. Hopefully soon we'll have more information. We'll have more stuff to, kind of rant about and stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah, hope to see you all in the next video. See ya.